football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. And the Longhorns will put toe to leather and will get started. Coming out with it, it's Davis. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So South Carolina's offense will have the opening possession of the game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and breaks into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They're gashing this defense.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, South Carolina.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 84 yards, and the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proven to be worth all of the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy each and every week. This dude had...
Turning it on! And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Longhorns want to move quickly.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Keeps it on the bootleg. It's complete to the left. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. The play action fake. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Makes the grab down the middle. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. The Longhorns are on the move.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big choke plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
Intercepted deep in his own end. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Here's the handoff. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the left side. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
And the Gamecocks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. There he goes. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Men, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Alabama is on the short side of things right now, but like the days of Tua and Devontae Smith in the 2018 title game, do not rule out a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Tennessee. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab deep. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quarterback on the keeper. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Go straight ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football.
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Gamecocks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Plucks it out of the air. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
He wants to change this route. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Starting to feel a little pressure. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Splits the uprights. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Man, so many more times we're going to say go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. That pass not closing. Got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Longhorns will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback making checks. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Quickly complete. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job. And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. they shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And he needed every little bit of strength to somehow sneak that over the crossbar. And that lead grows even bigger. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Going right to work up top. Looking left. Complete downfield. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third down, he drops to throw. He makes the grab. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air on first down. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
He'll bring it out. It's Freeman. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Defense looks as if it's coming. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll run it from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The option look. Can't get him to the ground. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the fourth down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Reads it, fires complete. Turns it on in midfield. Powers through. Breaks into the open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorn! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
The situation here, you might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by 7 over Texas Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. 2nd down coming up. Might be changing the route. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start. Offense.
Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He fires one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
And thank goodness that was just a deflection, because this young man, we've seen him make big play after big play. He's the best in the nation at intercepting the football. So be wary when you throw that way. That might be a no-fly zone.
Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Texas offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Wants to go up top on first down. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. A strike downfield. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up and then put another play back.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The give out of the gun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Texas! Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So that drive covered 40 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Got his man downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Second down play. Running back searching for a hole. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wants to throw on third. Fires to the big fella. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give it to the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last. Take a break to check him out. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold on.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Play number 9 on this drive. Back to pass on second down. Snagged out of the air. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's complete to the right. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They give it to him again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to... red zone chance. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolutely perfect. They take the lead just over a minute to go, and now, guys, the challenge, try to stay on top.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Snags it quickly on the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And this defense is all over the quick game right now. They're up a possession, and they are tackling and they're pursuing the football. Nice play on that one.
Looking up top, and time is of the essence. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Gets it out fast. Stopped short of the marker, and they stop with his defense, and they get the ball back. Great place to start for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Turning it on. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of